21 Dreams. Sulwey's best friend.
Once upon a time, there was a woman named Sulwey. She was about to turn 50, and she realised she was lacking a really good friend. "Who's your best friend?" someone asked her one day. "I don't know," she thought. "Don't really have close friends. I had one once when I was a little girl, but her family moved away and we lost touch." That night, after a very short sleep, she was woken by a very loud banging and rattling at the front of her house. Bang, rattle, chink, splat. What's that noise? Sulwey went to her door. It was the middle of the night, and the banging made everything a little strange and a little scary. Gathering her courage, Sulwey threw open the door and shouted, "What's that noise? Can you stop? I'm trying to sleep." A little voice said, "I'm so sorry. I'm just trying to help." Standing on Sulwey's stoop was a tiny, tiny, tiny little man in the middle of painting her door. "I don't need my door painted," she said. "Told you to do that." The teeny tiny man twinkled his eyes and said, "I hear you've been having trouble finding a really good friend. I have my ways of finding things out. I've painted a mural on your door. Just have a bit of patience and things will change." Sulwey turned and looked at the door. She saw a green paradise with two friends standing side by side, looking at the setting sun. But when she looked back at the man, he had disappeared. Sulwey didn't expect the mural to work, but over the next few days, she noticed that hers wasn't the only door that had been painted. There were colourful doors all over town now, murals showing different things. Someone dancing at a party in London, someone planting a flag at the top of a mountain, someone riding an elephant in India. Sulwey would knock on every painted door she saw and ask whoever lived there about the image. It had always turned out to be the depiction of a dream, which had yet come true, put there by a tiny man who came and went mysteriously in the middle of the night. As she met new people and had interesting conversations, Sulwey began to make more friends, but she still wouldn't describe any of them as her best friend. Then, one day, as she was walking round town looking for painted doors, she spotted one, just like hers. There were two friends looking out on a green land, warmed by a setting sun. With her heart in her mouth, she knocked on the door. A woman opened it. A woman just her age. It was her best friend from childhood. Sulwey smiled and said, "So, you've moved back then?" At first, things were a little awkward. They had a lot of catching up to do. But slowly, gently, they got to know each other again. Then one afternoon, they walked up a nearby hill to watch the sunset together. As the golden light touched the green fields laid before them, she reached out and put her arm around her old friend. Her good friend. Her best